techniques. I'm going to be going through 3 different ones. So we're going to do beginners, medium sort of difficulty, and then an advanced one. And the first one we're going to go through is going to be a polka dot design. And for that, so what I'm going to be using is this dotting tool. You can pick up these on Amazon quite cheaply, but alternatively, if you're just at home, you can use this sort of wooden pick. Works just fine. And if you don't have one of those, you can even get even more creative and use some dry spaghetti. Either way, they all work just fine. So I have done a red base coat just so that it shows up best on the video, but you can of course use any colour you like. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some white polka dots. So I'm going to be using gel polish, but you can of course use normal nail polish from whichever brand. Obviously some dry quicker than others, and we're going to be doing some layered things which do take longer to dry, so if you can get a fast drying one, that might be better. So now I'm just going to take my gel, and as you can see, this is just a base for me to keep the nail nice and steady as I'm not doing it on myself. And what you're going to do is just begin by gently placing the gel on like that. And what you can do is you can just gently place. I find it easier to go up in a line before trying to sort of go all over. I find it easier to try and keep it all even. I'll just begin by going up in the line like that. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to very carefully try and find the middle of this row here. And that's what we've got so far. I'm just going to carry on and finish that off so you can see what it looks like. And this is what we're left with. So I'm just going to cure mine in the lamp. Mine's all cured now. If you're using normal nail polish, make sure you wait the full amount of time until it's dry, because when you put the top coat on, the dots might run and then all your hard work's gone to waste. So I'm just going to top coat mine now. And there you have a very simple polka dot design that you can do at home. Next up, we've got a pumpkin design. And on this one, I've got sort of like a beige nude colour to go first. And then we're going to do an orange pumpkin towards the base of the nail here. And I'm going to be using this liner brush. You can pick this up from Amazon. I do really recommend if you're going to be doing more nail art at home. It's so useful for literally everything. You can just use the brush that comes with your nail polish if you don't have one, but I would say that this makes it so much easier. So right now I'm just going to mark out the outline of the pumpkin now. And as you can see, we're going to make a love heart shape. like that. And then I'm going to take the actual nail polish and just fill it in. Like this. You obviously don't have to line it out at the start if you don't want, but I just find that it keeps me on track with the shape I'm trying to create. Again, if you're using nail polish, make sure you leave this to dry before you go ahead with any detail over the top. I'm going to be doing 2 coats of this orange just to make sure it stands out. And because this is gel, I am just going to pop this in the lamp now. And now I'm just going to go over where we've just been with that same orange colour. Like that. And again, back in the lamp to cure. Now, we have the outline, or you know, the base of what we're going to do, and now we're going to do the outline. And I'm going to use black as I really want this to pop. So I'm going to go firstly around the top. And we're just going to really bring it to life now, and hopefully it will look like a pumpkin at the end. So now we've done the outline around the top, we're now going to create the detailing on the inside. And as the pumpkins are round, we're going to try and create that illusion now by doing this sort of shape. We're going to try and create that curvature of the pumpkin. If you're doing this along with me, you will have a serious concentration face like I do. Right, so there we have the lines. I'm just going to cure that now so I don't get it smudged. Now, at the moment you might be thinking, that looks like a basketball, that does not look like a pumpkin, but we're going to add some details now that's going to make it come to life. So firstly, I'm going to add a stalk. Something a bit like that. And again, I'm going to put it back in the lamp. And these bits aren't essential, but I think it just completes it. So if you have a green, I'm just going to do a tiny little leaf. I will be covering leaves in more detail in the next part of the video. But if I just tell you that you can just add a little dot here, a little bit of a gloopy dot, and then what you can do is if you drag it into where you want the leaves to start and then pull it up to where you want it to go, the gel just naturally creates that leaf shape for you. And there it is. And now, just for the final touches, I'm going to add some white on the pumpkin, just to give it some depth And we are all finished. I'm just going to pop it in the lamp and put a top coat on so you can see the very final result. And there we have it. There is your pumpkin. Well done if you created that at home, or if you're going to give it a go, definitely recommend the liner brush for that one. Now for the advanced one, we're going to be doing some leaves. I've got the same base colour as I did for the pumpkin, and we're going to be using a mixture of tools. So again, I'm going to be using my dotting tool, where you can use the pick or the spaghetti, and I'm going to be using the liner, okay? And I'm also going to use a green and a brown, but for the leaves, sometimes it's quite fun if you use a different colour, completely abstract colour, like purple or pink or something like that, just because then it creates sort of that abstract feel when you're doing something as real as leaves. So to start with, I'm going to show you how to do a collection of leaves, and I'm going to do that in the green. I'm going to start from the corner. I'm just going to pull that across. And you can make it as big or small as you want and pop it wherever you want. That's what we've got so far. And then I like to make life easy for myself, and I put everything into steps. Nothing's ever as complicated as it looks. So what I'm going to do now, same technique as what we used for the polka dots, slightly away from the stem, we're going to place some polka dots. Like so. I'll put a little bit of green onto my liner, and I'm going to just, whatever angle you want the leaves to sit at, I'm going to just pull it like that. Of course you can make the leaves whatever shape you like, and then what you do is you pull it back to the stem, and you can make that as thick or as thin as you like. I'm going to go quite thin. That's what we've got so far, so I'm just going to do that again at the same angle as I did the others. A bit more green on my brush. That was quite a lot. And just pull that out. Again, if you make a mistake, you can literally just file it off, or use nail polish remover if you're using nail polish. There we go. So I'm just going to complete the other side as well. There we go. What I like to do as well is just pop one right at the end. It's always my favourite. And just pop a little baby leaf as it's just started growing right at the end. And there you go. I'm going to pop that in the lamp to cure, so I don't want to smudge it. And now I'm going to go for an autumnal leaf, where I've got some space. Here I'm going to be using this lovely caramel colour that I've got. And I'm going to go in with the brush, and similar to what we did with the pumpkin, I'm just going to make the outline. And what you can do, you can mess around with all different types of leaves. Just look out the window, see what leaves you've got in your garden at the moment, and see if you can recreate them on the nail. There we go, so there's the outline of the leaf. I'm quite happy with that. I'm just going to cure it so we can put some detail over the top. You leave the leaf plain if you'd like I've done with these ones, as I think it looks quite fun. But what I'm going to do, just to give it a bit more life, I'm just going to add the veins of the leaf through the middle in white. There we go. And now just for the top coat, just to finish it off. And here we have our final 3 designs. Polka dot, pumpkin and leaves. Let me know if you've completed any of these. I'll put my Instagram handle at the end of the video. Message me and let me know. Also, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me.